Grandpa in my pocket! It was a sunny spring weekend, and I was having breakfast in the garden with Grandpa. Mum, Dad and Jemima had gone away to a dance contest, so guess who was looking after us?
Who wants a sausage, then?
Oh, Miss Smiley, you're spoiling us all rotten.
Now that I've fed you all, I must go and open the cafe.
Can I come with you, Miss Smiley? I'd like that.
Oh, I'd like that too, Jason. What about you, Grandpa? What would you like to do today?
I'd like to sit in my chair and read the Sunny Sands Gazette. But first of all, I would like another cup of tea.
Yes, this was definitely shaping up into a day to do what you like to do. And speaking of liking things, Mr. Like a Biker!
Oh, I like a friendly face in the morning.
Mr. Like a Biker doesn't just like bikes, he likes everything to do with cycling.
Oh, I like a bike with silver trim. Oh, I like a saddle with comfy padding. Oh, I like a helmet with sparkly stars on it.
In fact, Mr. Like a Biker just likes everything.
Oh, I'm so glad you're in. I said to Eryk, I said, I'll be so glad if they're in.
Who's Eryk?
Oh, where's he gone? Hang on. Eryk, come on, come here. Eryk's my nephew. He's staying with me for the weekend. Oh, Eryk, come on meet some new friends.
I don't like meeting new friends.
Oh, he's just shy. Come on, Eryk. Now, this is Jason. This is Miss Smiley. Oh, look, this is Wolfie.
I don't like dogs with pointy ears.
I could see Grandpa looking through the kitchen window. He doesn't like it if people don't like Wolfie. And neither do I.
I was hoping you could help me think of something to do with Eryk today. See, I thought we could go for a bike ride, but,
I don't like bikes.
No. Then I thought we could fly a kite on the beach, but,
I don't like kites or the beach.
no.
Maybe you could come to the cafe with me and Jason. I'm sure we'll be able to find something you like there.
The cafe! I forgot about the cafe. Everyone loves Miss Smiley's cafe. Oh, there's lots of lovely cakes there.
So I went inside to tell Grandpa we were taking Eryk to the cafe.
If you're taking Eryk to the cafe, you're going to need some help. And I've got a feeling I'll be more help if I'm small.
I knew what Grandpa was thinking. Not a shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can.
When Grandpa puts on his magic shrinking cap, he likes having all sorts of fun. He likes running around and leaping off the furniture. He likes driving my Sunny Sands train around the room. And he especially likes flying my toy plane. I'm the only one who knows about Grandpa's shrinking cap. And it's really important that nobody else finds out. I was about to talk to Grandpa when Miss Smiley rushed in.
We're waiting for you, Jason. And guess what? Eryk doesn't like waiting.
Just coming.
Oh, where's Grandpa? Gone for a little lie down, has he? Oh, he's only just had his breakfast.
There was nothing I could do. Grandpa would have to find a way to get to the cafe by himself. Once we all got to the cafe, we started helping Miss Smiley. She was arranging the food, I was putting out the menus, and Mr. Like a Biker was cleaning. But Eryk wasn't doing anything.
Perhaps you could dust the chairs.
I don't like dusting.
Or you could put flowers on the table.
I don't like flowers.
I was hoping Grandpa would arrive soon. We really needed his help. Just then, Grandpa ran into the cafe. He jumped onto the table and hid, just as Miss Smiley came in.
Would you like a cherry chunk, Eryk?
Oh, did you say cherry chunks?
Any moment, Eryk would see Grandpa. I waved at Grandpa to hide. He quickly jumped into the salad.
Ah! Something just jumped into the salad. Maybe it's a frog.
A frog? In a salad? Well, there can't be.
There is. I saw him move. I don't like frogs. I don't like salad. And I especially don't don't like frogs in salads.
Don't worry, everyone. I'll sort it out, whatever it is. I ran off into the kitchen.
Dear. Oh, Miss Smiley, what am I going to do? Eryk doesn't like anything I like. Oh, I'm all of a doodah.
I don't like doodahs.
Well, that didn't work, but I've just thought of something that might. What about taking him to Mr. Whoops's toy shop? Every boy likes a toy.
Of course they do, Grandpa. So I put Grandpa in my pocket and said to the others, "Hey, let's go to Mr. Whoops's toy shop."
Oh, I like Mr. Whoops's toy shop, and you'll like it too, Eryk. It's full of wonderful new toys.
I don't like new toys.
Oh, I can't take much more of this.
Well, I've got to go to the toy shop to give Mr. Whoops his lunch. So why don't I take Eryk and you and Jason can carry on getting the cafe ready. It'll give you a well-earned break.
Ooh, I like a well-earned break. Thank you, Miss Smiley.
So I had to stay in the cafe and help Mr. Like a Biker, which meant that Grandpa had to go to Mr. Whoops's toy shop on his own.
Brilliant, there. So many fun toys, honestly.
He ran out of the cafe and took off in my plane. Meanwhile, at the toy shop, this was happening.
I don't like tractors. I don't like puzzles. I don't like craft kits. I don't like sweets.
You don't like sweets. He doesn't like sweets.
Luckily, Mr. Whoops and Miss Smiley were so busy picking up sweets that they didn't see Grandpa flying in, or landing on the toy shop floor, or running to the shelves to hide.
I don't like elephants. I don't like puppets. I don't like skateboards. I don't like buckets or spades. And I told you I don't like frogs.
Oops! Be careful, Mr. Whoops. We don't want any little accidents.
I don't like little accidents. I don't like big accidents either.
Oh, poor Mr. Whoops. He's going to need a bandage. Oh, dear.
Now Grandpa was alone with Eryk. This was his big chance.
I don't think I've ever met a boy who doesn't like toys.
Who said that?
Me! Bingalingo, the talking baboon.
I don't like talking baboons.
No, I rather guessed you wouldn't. You don't seem to like anything.
But I do. I've lots of things at home that I like. I like my old bear that sits on my bed. I like my old superhero comics. I like my old toy cars.
Oh, I see. So you like old things?
Yes.
Oh, I agree. Old things are far more interesting than new things. And I know who's got lots of old things you'd love to play with. Jason.
Really?
Yes, and there's one old thing in particular.
But just then, Mr. Whoops and Miss Smiley came back. Grandpa's job was done. It was time for him to go home.
Miss Smiley, I've thought of something I'd like to do.
Oh, that's wonderful, Eryk. What is it?
I'd like to go to Jason's house and play with all his old things. Bingalingo says Jason has loads of old things I'd really like.
Bingalingo?
You know, Bingalingo, the talking baboon.
Well, that's wonderful news, Eryk. Well, let's go to the cafe and ask Jason if he'd like to play. We'll see you later, Mr. Whoops. And thank Bingalingo for me, will you?
Yes, of course. Hello, Bingalingo. Well, talk to me then.
Grandpa flew home as fast as he could. Miss Smiley went back to open up her cafe, and Mr. Like a Biker took me and Eryk back to my house. Eryk really liked Grandpa's treasure chest full of all his old toys.
Ooh, I like an old knight in shining armour. Ooh, I like an old boat with flappy sails. Ooh, I like an old monkey wearing red dungarees.
Oh, and I like it when you like everything.
Grandpa had done the trick. But where was he?
Starting, look.
I rushed into the garden to see if I could see him. And there he was, just coming in to land. Grandpa took off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size. You did it, Grandpa! Eryk is playing with your treasure chest and he likes everything.
I thought he might. That's marvellous. But if it wasn't for you, I'd still be in the salad. Teamwork, eh?
Yes, Grandpa, teamwork. Grandpa went back inside to see Eryk.
Hello there.
Oh, Grandpa, guess what? We've discovered what Eryk likes. Old things.
Really? Then hopefully he might like me then. Old things are far more interesting than new things and much more fun.
That's exactly what Bingalingo, the talking baboon, said.
Did he?
Sunny Sands is called Sunny Sands because it's sunny and it's sandy and it's right by the sea.
One of my favourite places is Miss Smiley's cafe. And today she was holding a fancy dress party.
It's looking wonderful, Miss Smiley. All the fun of the fair.
It was a medieval fairground theme, so everyone was going to dress up the way they did long, long ago.
Ta-da! What do you think of my medieval costume, CJ?
'Tis most becoming, Mistress Smiley.
Thou is most kind, my lord.
Ha! You are so medieval.
Oh, heck. I've got to go and get the medieval bread out of the medieval oven.
Yes, this was the day for Mistress Smiley's medieval fairground fun. Back at the mill on the marsh, Auntie Jules had been busy making costumes for all of us. I was dressed as a knight, and Elsie was my dragon, and Grandpa was making up a medieval story.
And Norbert, the brave knight, saddled his trusty steed Humperdinck and galloped towards the castle to come before the king.
Just then, the doorbell went.
Who can that be? Not expecting anyone. Listen.
We listened and heard.
Of course we can take her with us to the party. Come in, Belinda Lucinda.
Belinda Lucinda.
Oh no!
Belinda Lucinda is a really bossy girl who lives nearby.
Look who it is, Belinda Lucinda.
And very lovely you look too.
Yes, well, I'm a queen.
Yes, I can see that.
Belinda's coming with us to the party because her mum's been called to a very urgent meeting.
Mummy's got a really important job.
Yes, I know. We were making up a little story. Why don't you join us?
I don't want to be in a stupid baby story. Not a very real horse, is it?
Only a bit of fairground fun, Belinda Lucinda.
Are you going to the party?
No. I think I might be having a little lie down.
Yes, I suppose you're too old for fairground fun, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Just then, Uncle CJ came up the stairs.
Green sleeves is my heart of gold.
Ah, a medieval minstrel.
And
Marvellous.
who but my lady green sleeves? I've just been helping Miss Smiley. The cafe looks amazing. So medievally.
I think it's all silly.
Oh, come on, Belinda Lucinda, cheer up. What about Jules? What's she going as?
I'm a medieval fortune teller. And look, I've made a crystal ball out of an old fishbowl.
What's inside?
Ah, that's the flower of the future. My new hobby, making paper flowers.
Does it actually do anything?
Well, yes. If I bend down, it whispers to me. It tells me things. It tells me what's going to happen in the future.
Ha! That's ridiculous.
Right, we're all ready, so let's get into Campo. We have to go to Mr. Mentor's lighthouse so Jules can give him his costume.
Come on, everyone. See you later, Grandpa.
This medieval fairground thing better be good or else.
Queen Belinda Lucinda is going to ruin the day unless we do something.
Not the shrinking cat, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
When my grandpa shrinks, everyone thinks he's gone for a little lie down.
But he gets up to all kinds of mischief. And his magic magic can make things go.
Like the Captain Dumble to its spaceship and the Sunny Sands train.
And he can hide in teeny tiny places. And today he'd hidden here.
Boo!
In my pocket. Quick, Grandpa. Just then, this happened.
You're talking to a toy ostrich? How babyish. Your uncle says hurry up. Come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
We had to go, but we knew Grandpa would find a way of coming too.
Right. Mrs. Ostrich to the rescue.
So we all got into Campo, and Auntie Jules said,
I can't wait to see what Mr. Mentor's invented for the party.
And Belinda Lucinda said,
Well, if you ask your flower of the future, then she'll tell you, won't she?
at the lighthouse, Mr. Mentor wanted to show us what he'd invented for Mistress Smiley's Fairground fun.
Now this is my trumpety trumpet. Isn't it Wizzy Woodlesome?
Mr. Mentor doesn't just invent things, he invents words too.
What's it meant to do?
Well, it's meant to make this noise. And when it does, it will be spectacular.
Yeah, really. It'll never work.
Belinda Lucinda was being so rude.
Oh, well, now then there's this. My medieval lollipopper. If you pull that lever, then a lolly should pop.
So I pulled the lever, but nothing happened.
None of your inventions ever work.
Well, they will eventually. They just need a bit of time to think about it. Now, I wonder which one will be the first.
Oh, Mistress Fortune can tell you that. Her flower of the future knows what's going to happen.
Really? Oh, Jules, do show.
It's just a bit of fun.
So everyone gathered round and Aunt Jules talked to her crystal ball. Just then, this happened.
Nobody saw him flying in on Mrs. Ostrich.
Auntie Jules started talking to her flower.
Flower of the future, flower all-knowing, which invention will get going?
Well, which one? Which one will start first?
Ha! She doesn't know.
The lollipopper. Yes, the medieval lollipopper is going to work, Mr. Mentor.
As soon as Grandpa heard this, he ran across the floor, climbed up onto the counter and got into the back of the lollipopper machine.
Suddenly, the helmet began to shudder and the visor opened and a lolly shot out.
Brilliantio!
I've no idea how I knew that.
Time to be off to the cafe now. We'll help you with your inventions. Perhaps they'll all work once we're at the cafe.
And I must get my costume on. See you there!
Grandpa quickly got out of the lollipopper and jumped onto the floor and set off on Mrs. Ostrich. At the party, everyone loved Mr. Mentor's inventions.
Aren't they lovely and very medieval looking?
Pity they don't work.
The lollipopper works.
Fluke.
Ta-da!
Oh, Mr. Mentor, you've become a jester.
I certainly have, Mistress Fortune. Straight from the court of the Queen. And all my inventions look wonderful. Oh, look.
I knew Grandpa would be on his way. And sure enough, he got off Mrs. Ostrich and climbed up the table leg and right up onto the trumpety trumpet. And just in time, because Belinda Lucinda said...
So how's this silly trumpet thing going to make a noise then, huh?
Without her seeing, Grandpa got behind it and trumpeted away.
Like that, I guess.
There she blows!
Put the lovely inventions in the storeroom so there's more room for these.
And while everyone made room for Miss Smiley's cakes, Grandpa got down off the trumpety trumpet, he jumped onto the floor and ran to find me. He had a plan.
Grandpa always has a plan.
You've got to get me inside Auntie Jules's crystal ball. And then ask Belinda Lucinda to take it into the storeroom.
Okay. So I picked Grandpa up and took him to Auntie Jules's crystal ball. He hid right under the flower. Can you take this to the storeroom?
Okay, maybe it'll tell me my fortune. Well, little flower, what's going to happen next then, eh?
And Grandpa said,
I can tell you exactly.
What?
You're going to start to be nice.
What?
And you're going to say sorry to Mr. Mentor, Miss Smiley, and Jules.
Right.
And then you're going to start to enjoy the party and let everyone else enjoy it too.
Okay, I will.
Promise me?
I promise.
Hi.
The flower of the future is amazing. I'm going to go and tell your Auntie Jules how clever she is.
Done. Get me out of here, Elsie.
So, I got Grandpa out and put him in my pocket. When Belinda Lucinda had said sorry to everyone for being so rude, she started to enjoy the party.
I found your ostrich, Elsie. Sorry I was a bit hurried about it. It's actually really sweet.
When the medieval party was over, we all came home. We ran upstairs and Elsie put Grandpa down.
Cap off, Grandpa, quick! I'm glad you came. Belinda Lucinda was going to ruin the whole thing.
Well, I couldn't have stopped her without both of you helping me. And what do we call that?
Teamwork!
Oh, Grandpa, you missed such a good party.
Even Belinda Lucinda had a nice time.
And guess what? She thought my flower of the future was actually real. She actually did. Oh, I do wish you'd been there to see it, Grandpa.